don't think in my entire life I have been more excited to hear those fucking banjos than I am tonight. Not good. I already have one F-bomb in there. I am so excited to hear them. I am back. Yes, I'm like a 6 out of 10 tonight, which some of you are like, this is a 6 out of 10. I'd hate to see a 10 out of 10. Go watch my old shit, all right? 5 days removed from chemo. I almost feel like a human being today, keyword being almost, but not enough to keep me from talking about the second best major out there, the PGA Championship. If you have a problem with that take, I will fight you to the death. I don't mind it. What's up, new guy? My name's James, better known as the Degenerate75. I'm a guy who used to talk a lot of shit on YouTube about PGA DFS. Now I do it for the majors, and every time I can. I hope you hang around. I'm going to give you everything you need to know for the PGA DFS tomorrow, specifically for DraftKings, because that's what most of us are going to be playing, because there'll be ho bunch of money up for grabs over there tomorrow, and for Showdown all weekend. So I encourage you to hang around for the next 30 or 40 minutes. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hit the subscribe. I am coming over from the DGen75 channel, but now I'm on Ship It, right? So if you want to watch me now, you got to be a part of Ship It. So you like and you subscribe, you motherfathers, or I will boot you. I will boot you. I already see 118 likes, 226 people. That means almost half the people in here already cock gobblers. All right, guys, a couple things to update you on. Never forget, this is my 2-year anniversary of the emergency stream. It was 2 years ago, my golf buddy, John, never underestimate the importance of a good golf buddy in your life, said, hey, you want to go to the practice round at Southern Hills? I'm like, sure. We live in Oklahoma. Let's go. I go out to the course on a Wednesday. I'm like, shit, I got some hot takes about this course. I go do a stream. I remember literally it was the first stream I had ever done for week long, a.k.a. kicking the nuts, and there was like 25 people watching, which, by the way, I couldn't believe 25 people were watching me. And here we are 2 years later. I appreciate all of you that were there that day one, all of you that have found me in the meantime, all of you that allowed this channel, my channel to blow up and eventually come part of Ship It Nation. But let's also not forget, it's not just my anniversary. Ship It Nation is turning 1 year old today. Hold on, I got a party. Yeah, woo! Oh, shit, that was way more than I was expecting. Lady's going to be pissed when she cleans that up later. You know my ass ain't doing it. Ship It turning 1 today, and we are here to celebrate. It's my anniversary. It's their anniversary. Let's have fun. A quick update. I know I get so many great messages on Twitter. People want to know about my health. Here's an update. I'm currently doing round 1 of chemo. It's 4 rounds. I just finished my 3rd round. I have 1 more round to go, and then we'll do some scans and see if anything good's happening. In the meantime, I am heading to New York City next week. There is some exciting experimental treatments there. I'm going to see if my type of cancer maybe qualifies for it, because if you know the big guy, I'm going to turn over every rock. I ain't scared of dying, but I also ain't trying not to live, so we're going to do everything we can to do it. So that's the update on my health. More to come on that. I'll keep you guys in the loop, okay? So it's not about me. This is about us tonight. It's about PGA DFS, so let's get going, all right? Make sure you're hitting that like, because I am going to be giving away that 555 ticket that you will split with me. We'll make it tonight, and I'll split the profits with you 50-50. New guy, I got a very simple question for you, and I've been waiting a long time to ask it, you motherfather. Have you made your lineups yet? You have! I know you have. Every new guy's always made their lineups. Disappointing. Look at that. I still got this confetti on me. Get the Polly, tell him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Polly. All right, so let's get to talking, all right? First thing we got to talk, new guy. You can't make your lineup so you watch the stream. You don't even know anything, right? There's so many things that are like you're doing wrong when you've already committed to your players. No, I got to play him. I love him. You just shouldn't love anybody, okay? When's if I tell you, like, you don't want to play any guys because of the weather, right? Or this guy is going to be 40% owned. You shouldn't play him, okay? Like, you're already committed to him, right? Don't do that. Don't be married to your picks. That's what dumbasses do. We don't allow dumbasses around. I mean, we do allow them, but you have to repent, right? You have to repent. You can't continue to be a dumbass. We're going to start with contest selection. It's the first place we always start. And let me just go ahead and tell you, there's 2 millionaire makers, and I'm gonna come at you with a hot take this week called "Don't fucking play in them." There you go. They're so bad. Look at the payout structure in the big $25. $1 million to first. Not going to be you. Second place, $100,000. Third place, $40,000. That's got to be the worst payout structure I've ever seen. Now, you might have already seen over here on my screen, I have it maxed out. You're like, hey man, why are you maxing it out? You're telling us not to play in it. Because I got a little thing called fucking YOLO, okay? Literally YOLO for me, okay? I don't know how many days I have left on Earth, and I do know that I have a lot of money to blow, so I want to go chase $1 million. I know it is a negative EV play. I know what I am signing up for. I have won enough money in my career to be able to afford to do that, okay? You shouldn't do it, especially if you're putting like 2 or 3 lineups in it and just hoping. If you want to play $50 this week, go play a $33 single entry and a $12 single entry injury, you will have such a better chance of winning, such a better sweat, and you will actually be able to build a lineup where you could actually compete, because the slapdick lineup that wins that $25 is going to be something you wouldn't have made in a million years, Bob. Not in a million years, so don't play in it. The 444 is just abominable. If you either need to be a millionaire or you need to have won a ticket. That's the only way you should play in that, okay? But there's so many great contests out there, no matter what level of income you're at. No, you want to play $5 this week, 50, 500, 5,000, whatever your limits are. There are such great contests out there, and you simply just got to go look at the construction. Everybody just starts. They sort by total prizes, and they say, ooh, 888. Don't play in it. It's not that good of a payout structure, right? It's not that great. 10th place is $10,000. I mean, that's like what, 12 extra money on a top 10? Get the fuck. Polly, tell him.
Get the fuck.
Thank you, Polly. I got to use a lot of Polly tonight, or I'm going to get too expensive on that F counter. Bumped it up to $10 tonight. All right, I'm not made of money. Actually, I was until I entered that millionaire maker. Am I right, guy in the back? Okay, wake up. Come on, showtime. Get up. All right, sorry. It's been a long month for him. Okay, we haven't done the stream. Guy in the back's been a little nappy. The big $5, right? This is a good contest, right? Only 1/6 of the money goes to first place. You know I like that. Second place is half of first, and 10th is 1/50th. That's not great, but if you're going to play in a lottery, at least this one you can max for $750, and it's more approachable. But you also got to remember, beating 142,000 people, you're going to need to make an icky ass lineup. All right, I'm just telling you, if you're going to play in it, you better make some icky lineups. If you make a lineup, you're like, oh, this feels so safe and good. You're never going to win. Ever going to beat 142,000 people. And if you do, you're probably going to chop it 9 ways with 9 other slapdicks. Anyways, try playing in some smaller contests. My baby, the $10 18 max, these $12 single entries. There's so many good contests to play in. Quit always thinking like, oh, I'm going to win $1 million. I'm going to win $100,000. And just think how happy you'll be Sunday afternoon if you win $1,000. If you win $1,000, you will be doing cartwheels on your fucking couch. And don't lie to me. If you win $5,000, you're taking the wife on vacation. Don't lie. Okay? So get into contests where you could actually do that, because winning $5,000 in well-structured contests are things that could happen in a given year. Winning $100,000 in that $5, if you're the luckiest mother father, might happen to you once in your life. Okay? Remember that. It's all about contest selection. Put your money into good lineups. Decide if you want to build a bunch of lineups or a few lineups. If you want to build a few lineups and you're playing $100, well, maybe just do a $100 single entry, or you know, like 10 lineups in the $10 18 max, something like that. If you like a whole bunch of guys and you want to play 150 lineups, well, go look at the mini max, go look at the quarter. They have contests for every single level. Let the number of guys you like in your player pool dictate how many lineups you play. Okay, and always please remember, look at this cumulative total. I've been tracking this all year for you. Every single week we've tracked 16 tournaments. The main $25. What do all these guys have in common? Over 90% of them lose. When you play in the main lottery, 90% of the time, you are going to lose. 3 of the last 4 weeks when I played in the main contest, I had a lineup finish in the top 50. If you don't know, the top 50 would be a 99.9 percentile lineup. You know what happened to me in all 3 of those weeks that I had a top 50 lineup? I lost money, even with a 99.9 percentile lineup, because if you don't finish in the top 10, you're going to lose money, okay? I track this to show you guys. It's just basic math, okay? All the money goes out to those first 10 spots. If you don't grab one of those spots, you gon' lose money for the week. You're like, well, I'm not playing in the $20. I'm playing in the $5. It's the same structure, Bob. 140,000 people. It all goes to the top 10. You're missing the point, all right? So I'm trying to help me, help you. That is what I'm trying to do here. Get your money in good. New guy. Second question. Here we go. It's this. What's the first thing we always check at PGA DFS? Okay. All right. I'll give it to you. You said weather. I would prefer wind, but okay, we'll check weather. All right. We're on windy. I am rich. I can't afford the $19 a year. They bumped it up on me this year, $18.99. We gotta acknowledge, that I only give the best to you guys. And here's what I can tell you. We're going to look at HRRRRR for our update. They're here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you don't know, if you say Louisville with vowels, you don't know how to say it. It's Louisville. There are no vowels in the name Louisville. And you need to know that we got some weather to concern. All right? Weather matters, okay? I remember last year at the PGA Championship. Matter of fact, I'll talk about it in a minute because it tilts my tits just remembering it, okay? So here you go. The weather for tomorrow, I think we have a pretty good idea. We've had some sprinkles and some showers in the Louisville area, not as much as they thought. for the past 2 days. Tuesday and Wednesday, there was some on and off rain in the area. Not a ton. I have heard from boots on the ground that the course is still at least medium firmness. It has not softened up. It's not going to be lift, clean, and play tomorrow or any shit like that, okay? It is still going to be a firm course. PGA Championship has started to try to be the U.S. Open light. They want fast, tough conditions, right? And if this course gets soft, I'm going to tell you right now, these guys will boat race this course, all right? I'm talking like a minus 16, minus 18 winner if this course is soft. So they are going to try to do everything they can to keep this course from getting too soft. Now, tomorrow, it looks like we are going to have a beautiful day. Beautiful day. You can see right here. Very light winds almost all day. It picks up a little bit in the afternoon, but like 9 or 10 miles an hour. But here's what I can tell you. If the course is going to already start the day at medium firmness, right? Okay, firm and fast, new guy, makes courses a lot tougher, right? Because when you're hitting a ball 200 yards and then you have to land it on a trampoline, it's really hard to keep the ball on the green. If the ball's not on the green, you're never putting for birdie, okay? It's a simple game. So here's what I know. Tomorrow morning, I think they're going to get after the course. I think you're going to see some guys go -5, -6, and people are going to be like, this is too easy for my dar, okay? That is my opinion, because it is going to be mid-60s and beautiful. Very little wind, and this course just ain't that tough, Bob. It ain't that tough, okay? I just don't think there's going to be a lot of double bogeys on this course. There's not a lot of places for it to get out of control unless, somebody decides to chip it 7 times from the thick rough. I just don't see a lot of big numbers out there, and I do see birdies on this course, okay? So with that, I think they're going to get after it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, I still think it's going to be relatively easy. I mean, it's going to get up to the upper 70s. It may peak at around 80, and there will be some light gusts, but let's not act like 9 miles an hour is like blow you off the course, right? So they're going to get after it, but I feel pretty confident that tomorrow morning you are going to see the morning guys get the better conditions than the afternoon guys. If you're playing Showdown, it should be pretty fucking obvious what to do, okay? If you can't figure it out, you need to go sign up at Ship It. I'll help you, okay? So with that in mind, you got to remember, then they flip the next day. So looking at a wave edge can't just tell us one day. We can't just say, well, I'm playing all the PM or all the AM Thursday guys because I know them going to have good conditions. I think they will. And I think a lot of those guys are going to get after it, and they're probably going to get off to a good start. But what I cannot forget is the Masters. You remember the Masters Friday afternoon? If you played the AM PM for the Masters, you got screwed, all right? Because Friday afternoon, everybody was shooting a +6 or a +7, and no matter who you had, your guy was struggle busting home, except Jesus himself, Scotty, okay? The conditions don't affect that man. But everybody else, it was a struggle bus. Wyndham Clark, Sergio, Victor. I mean, everybody was just imploding. Burns. I just remember so many guys going like +7 on Friday afternoon and missing the cut. So we have to ask ourselves, what does Friday look like? And we're seeing that I'm seeing it keeps changing. But right now, I think the most compelling argument is there's one of two things that's going to happen, and you're going to have to guess. Okay, you're going to have to guess. I think this is what's going to happen. Right now, the projections show that it's going to be pretty gusty in the morning with light showers. Are those showers and the gusts going to cause a delay? If so, well, then that's going to be pretty nice because that's going to keep those guys out of the bad conditions. If that's the case, well, then the guys who play Friday AM probably are not going to get screwed. But there is also the contingent that maybe the course, there's no rain and the winds pick up later in the afternoon. There's 2 projections out there. One are showing the winds in the morning, one are showing the winds in the afternoon. I can tell you this. You do not want your guys out there Friday when it is gusting at 25 miles an hour on a firm and fast course on a Friday afternoon grinding to make the cuts. So as good as your guys may have it Thursday AM, they might have it as bad Friday afternoon. But you could get lucky, and those storms could hit that morning, and all the winds could be Friday morning, and then with some rain, which softens up the course, and the winds die down. Now you have your guys on Thursday AM getting the better of it, and Friday PM getting the better of it if these current projections last. But once you're 2 days out, you got to know these are like 50-50 projections at best, okay? So it's really going to come down to this. What do you think is going to happen Friday? Because I can tell you right now, Thursday, I would bet very good money that the Thursday AM guys are going to have it better than the Thursday PM guys. That's just a general rule, and I feel very confident about that. What's going to happen Friday is going to dictate if there is a weather edge. All right? Can I tell you the truth? No, but I can tell you I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to be refreshing tonight at 10 p.m. Lord's time zone to see what's happening because this weather edge matters. I will never forget last year at the PGA Championship. I absolutely was crushing it. I mean, I was going to win 3 tickets. I was like over 60% to win 3 tickets into the Fantasy Golf World Championship. And because I did this crazy strategy called checking the fucking weather. It wasn't real hard, right? I just played all the guys in the wave that were in the better wave, right? And I ended up getting on a bunch of good guys in the 7Ks and just stayed off the donkey chalk, and the guys in the good wave got there. Shocking! Absolutely shocking. Now, I by the way, ended up winning 0 tickets. Corey Connors missed a 3-foot par putt on 18 to cost me 2 of them. Thanks for that, you Canadian prick. So there you go. You need to know that the wave edge is real. If you are not considering playing a wave edge or looking that there could be a wave edge, then you're not playing the game, man. Okay? I promise you this wave edge is so much more important than any fucking podcast you listen to, anybody's picks, anybody's model. The weather is the single most important thing out there. And if Thursday morning is going to be the nuts, and that storm does happen Friday morning, and those guys got to go out there and play in it, AM, PM could be the nuts. I'm not promising you that. I'm telling you it could be, I feel like it's going to be a 50-50 draw, like AM Thursday morning could be good, but Friday PM could be really bad. That's one option. Or it could be Thursday AM's good and Friday PM's good, and then they're probably going to get probably a good shot or 2 stroke difference. And if you don't know, a full stroke or 2 difference between both waves, it's not just about they're getting that extra birdie or 2 over the first 2 rounds. It's that they're hitting those nutted rounds. You need those guys hitting those -5s and -6s these first couple rounds, because you know going into the weekend, if they're not in the top 10, they're not going to be competing to win this thing, okay? Except Rory. You know he'll go 66 on the weekend and backdoor T4, loser piece of shit. Okay, so that's it. That's weather. That if you don't like the weather, I don't know what to tell you, Bob. Hey, I see almost 500 people in here, not even 300 likes. That means we have, let me do the math, almost 200 dickies. 200 dickies. Guy in the back, how do you feel about it? He is weeping. It's probably because I haven't fed him in a month, but he's also upset about those likes. Upset about the likes. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, you dudes, okay? We are on Ship It Now, DGen75 channel. It's like there, and I'm going to put the replay up, but this is where I'm at. You love this big old chubby face? Actually, I'm getting pretty skinny if you haven't noticed. Then you need to be over here on Ship It, all right? For everything. All right, let's get to ownership. There you go. We got to talk about who's going to be the most owned. Let's get going. Thank you, Takedown78. Definitely hit the like button. A man, that's a good man right there. Where the hell's my mouse? Did my mouse come undone? What are we doing here? Oh, there we go. Mouse is back. All right, we're back in commission. Got a little scared there. All right, first up, Scotty Scheffler. This kid, he had a kid. All right, he had a kid. Well, it's actually, if you didn't see on Twitter, it's actually his second child. His firstborn was named Rory McIlroy. This is actually his second. So congratulations to Scotty on his second child. Very exciting for him. Look, I just know I have Scotty higher than almost everybody else in the industry. Most people are projecting him closer to the 24-25% range, but I just know something, right? I'm projecting for the main $20, and people are going to say, I gotta play Scotty Scheffler, and they should say that, because the guy's, are we forgetting that, like, he's the best player in the world by, like, a mile? Like, do we forget what he's done? He's won 4 of the last 5 tournaments, and didn't he get second in the other one? Like, what are we doing? Now, honestly, he really should never be Donkey Chalk. He's so damn dominant, right? I always wondered what it would have liked to have had Tiger Woods in his prime, and we basically have that right now, right? So, Scotty Scheffler, $13,200, which sounds very steep, but with the $5,000 guys, I mean, there's all kinds of playable guys in the $5,500 through $6,500 range. Getting Scotty Scheffler in your lineup is not that hard this week, Bob. Not that hard, okay? So, Scotty Scheffler, honestly, he probably should be Donkey Chalk, okay? He probably should be. But I got to tell you, man, I'm kind of becoming a pussy. I got to tell you, I think the guy's I think he's ad chalk. I think he's ad chalk. Oh, he's too damn good. I can't call him Donkey Chalk, man. He has to, if he gets to 30%, then he's Donkey Chalk. But, like, honestly, getting Scotty Scheffler playing this well at under 30%, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, if you don't like it, go watch another fucking show, all right, bub? Moving on. Oh, man, I think I'm forgetting some F-bombs now. We're going to have to do the Lucy multiplier later. All right, let's see. Somebody said meth sweat. That's called chemo sweat, you dumb fuck. All right, moving on. Rory McIlroy. All right, hey, I'll tell you, Rory is a loser piece of shit who I never play. But when I saw he got divorced, I got to tell you, I was like, yes, I'm playing Rory. I am playing Rory this week. Him getting rid of that lady, I'm telling you, he had the round of his life Sunday because he knew Monday morning he was flying to Florida to file those papers, and he had the weight of the world off his shoulders. He got rid of that old hag, and Rory finally didn't suck balls for once. I honestly think Rory might win, which feels like a million needles in my mouth just saying that. But I'm telling you, Rory getting divorced is bigger than Scotty having a kid. Divorce swag is bigger than kid swag. You heard it here first. At 22%, I don't give a shit. His win equity is off the charts to me. He is playing incredible. And now I think maybe he's not going to be a loser piece of shit. He actually grew a spine and got filed for divorce. Enjoy that alimony, dickhead. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead just because I'm thinking with my heart here, not with my brain. He's a little high, but he's not too high to call him Donkey Chalk. I can't do it. All right, moving on. Xander Schauffele. Hey, Xander. Hey, I don't know. I don't even know what accent that is. Xander is like from San Diego. I don't know why he sounds Scottish. All right, Xander coming in at just a modest 18%, right? I think that's fine. Maybe a hair high compared to Brooks and Rahm. So we'll just go ahead and give him chalk, right? Now, Bryson is right on the edge, right? Because once you get out of those top 5 guys, it's like nobody wants to play anybody outside of the top 5 guys. Okay, after that, it's like once they get done with their 5 guys and the burger, they're like, all right, I'm done. Bryson's like right there on the edge. I actually think Bryson is a guy that's going to come in higher than we expect. I think we're going to see him at 16, 17, maybe 18%. So I'm going to preemptively, just because I want to do one tonight, and Bryson's kind of a dipshit, I'm going to just go ahead and say it.
The man's donkey chalk, and we don't play donkey chalk.
Except when we do. This is a great course fit. And if he is going to be 14%, I'm going to play him with happiness. Okay? I think he will be high. You'll see that in a minute, okay? Benny Ann. Never would have thought if Benny Ann at 7,800 would be the highest owned guy in the 7Ks. Like, did I where am I in the twilight zone? Benny Ann? I mean, I like Benny Ann too. He's playing good. But, like, it's Benny Ann. Like, there's legitimately golfers that are twice as good as him at the same price, and you're going to play Benny Ann. Whatever, Bob. Whatever, okay? So, this is the easiest one ever. Benny Ann, you, sir, are the definition of...
The man's donkey chalk, and we don't play donkey chalk.
Do that. I can't do it. Not in the 7Ks. I'm sorry, Benny. I love you. He was one of the first guys I thought of, and then I saw that ownership. I said, yeah, no, Bob. Yeah, no. I'll pass on that one, big guy. Oh, Brooksy Koepka. At 14%, I think is like, if you want to call that chalk, I don't think you understand the term. To me, that's just acceptable chalk. The same Joaquin Niemann, he's down there in the 9Ks. It's just him and Bryson getting the ownership in the 9Ks. I think he's a little too high versus the people around him, but not high enough to constitute donkey chalk. So I'm just going to give old Niemann. I don't love it. But now we get down here to the 6 and 7Ks. We got Russell Henley. We got Denny McCarthy, and we got Keith Mitchell all in the double digits, okay? What have I told you, Bob? What have I told you when you get down to the 6 and 7Ks, especially at a tournament that is this deep? You know how many good golfers there are at 6,300, 6,600, and 7,300, and you're going to attach your boat to these 3 mid-ass players? Like, what? I just don't get it. There's guys right next to him at 3%. They're the exact same golfers, and you're going to be like, nope, gotta play Henley. I can't wear a polo, so I got to wear Henleys. And I'll never understand it for the life of me. You know what's happening to all 3 of these guys. Okay, I'm not saying you can't play them. Just don't play them together for the love of God. You're going to end up with the dumbest builds, right? Especially if you're mixing them with Scotty, okay? So those 3 guys are the very definition of, plus their honorable mention, which should have been a huge giveaway. These guys are...
The man's donkey chalk, and we don't play donkey
all of them,
chalk.
Especially in the 6Ks. There you go. That is the top 7 most owned and 3 honorable mentions. But if the ownership's happening, people are watching this show and they're saying, hey, if people's ownership's moving up and people's ownership's moving down, well, then I'm going to do this. And now you're doing this and other people are doing this. There's going to be people who are going to steam up tonight, who are going to come in higher owned than we anticipate. And there's also going to be guys coming in who are going to be lower owned than we anticipate. I'm going to predict 3 of each, and I'm going to tell you why, so that you don't get caught playing a guy that you're avoiding because you think he's donkey chalk, and then he ends up not being donkey chalk, all right? First up, let's get going here. Our first steam guy is Brooks Koepka. I'm just telling you, some people have him as low as like 10 or 12%. What the fuck ever? There's no chance Brooks Koepka is going to be 10%, right? Anybody who's put that out there, God bless them in their ownership, all right? They're doing, maybe they're just trying to like convince themselves. Okay, no chance Brooks Koepka is going to be 10, 11, or 12%. I think you're going to see Brooks Koepka tomorrow come in closer to 17 or 18%. Matter of fact, I would almost bet he comes in higher than Xander, right? Which nobody is predicting. But here's what I know about Brooks Koepka. People love Brooks Koepka at majors. People know that Brooks Koepka just won. Brooks Koepka is $10,800, which is noticeably cheaper than his other peers up there. And Brooks Koepka is an absolute motherfather killer when it comes to the PGA Championship. He is going to get steamed up tonight, I assure you, Bob. Next up, Bryson DeChambeau. All right. How many times have you heard this week listening to your favorite podcast or your favorite show that this is a course that is designed for Bryson? He bombs it out there, and even when he has 200 yards in, that's like an 8-iron to that motherfather. And and everybody's talking up live guys. And people are talking up driving distance, and this isn't a thinking man's course, this is a trackman course, and Bryson's the ultimate trackman golfer. Everything leads me to believe that when we click tomorrow, I think you're going to see frickin' Bryson be something like 20% owned in some of the single entry contests. He is going to be way more popular than people are anticipating. I think he will work his way up to donkey chalk no matter what I have projected. So with that, Bryson is going to come in tomorrow steamed up like a hot dog, like a big old chubby hot dog. And lastly, Siwoo Kim. This is just something I feel in my loins, all right? This. I don't have great analytics on this one. I can just tell you people love Siwoo. Siwoo has been playing well. Siwoo is a guy that's right there, already kind of lingering. I've heard him talk about on numerous shows, and I think he's a guy we're going to click tomorrow and people are going to be like, oh, shit. Siwoo's 14%. I would have never played that. So that's just a guy that I have a feeling because people have been playing Siwoo. He's been in good form. And this course, I mean, you know, people have convinced themselves he's a good fit. I don't buy that narrative. But regardless, I think tomorrow you're going to see Siwoo come in sneaky higher than you're thinking. So if you're thinking you're going to get Siwoo at 7 or 8%, dream on, pal. He's getting steamed up. But if there's people getting steamed up, someone's got to be moonwalking backwards. Who are these guys moonwalking backwards? Let's see. First up, Xander Schauffele. This is just cause and effect. If I think more people are going to be on Brooks, well, that ownership has to come from somewhere, right? And I think that people watched Xander on Sunday, and they saw him just kind of play like average. He didn't even play that bad, but when Rory was playing that good, it seemed to give the image that he was playing like a loser bitch, even when he wasn't. And let's face it, Xander has like no win equity versus all those other guys up there. Brooks, Rahm, Scheffler, Rory, those guys have incredible win equity. What's Xander's win equity? Like a Hail Mary? Get out of here. He has no chance of winning compared to those other guys. Now, in reality, he does, but the narrative is out there that he doesn't. I think you are going to see him come in probably lower than Brooks, and I think he will be closer to that 14% range than the 20% range that I've seen many people projecting him at. Xander at 10,900 is going to moonwalk backwards. Next up, Arrowhead. Okay, Terrell, I get it. The live narrative is out there. People want to play live guys this week, and Arab Hatton is a very good player at $8,200. But here's what you got to remember about, Arab Hatton is that, he's right there, and it's hard to get to him. A lot of guys want to play one of the big five, and then they want to play a 9K guy like Bryson or Neiman, and guys like Hatton are just going to get overlooked. People are going to jump down to the 7s, and that 8K range is going to get overlooked. I think I currently have him projected around 13 or 14%. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes in at single digits. Errol Hatton right there with Benny Ann and Tigala and guys around him, and that just being a hard range to land on. I think you're going to see Terrell Hatton moonwalk backwards tomorrow. And lastly, Denny McCarthy. This is just a plea for the people. I cannot believe there's enough people out there that believe that Denny McCarthy should be 13% owned. First of all, do you know this course is long as shit, and Denny McCarthy is shorter than a hobbit? Okay, he looks up to Brian Harmon, right? He literally looks up to him both figuratively and literally, right? And I just cannot believe that you're going to play a 12 or 13% Denny McCarthy. Surely he will come in closer to 7 or 8%, and because of that, there'll just be enough people who will have rational brains and say, why am I playing Denny McCarthy at a long, hard course? Whatever. That's just a feeling, just like Siwoo. The bottom ones are just big guy feelings, just a gut feeling, which I will tell you is less than it used to be. But there you go. I think he is going to moonwalk backwards. That is the steam and moonwalk, guys. We're getting over to it. It is for your DFS tip of the week, and it's this. It is possible to be too contrarian. This week is so weird. You got those top 5 guys who are getting the ownership up top, other than Rahm, of course. And then you have some 7K guys getting it. And then basically everybody from just below Neiman. So 9,300 down to 7,900. No one's playing that range. And you could go build some super, super sexy lineups just playing guys in that range, right? Some very attractive lineups. But I do want to tell you that some people will show me this lineup and be like, look at this lineup I built. And literally all their guys will be 5% owned, right? There is a point of diminishing returns when it comes to being contrarian. Being contrarian, the art of the pivot is what I'm always trying to preach here. A good lineup usually consists of 1, maybe 2 pivots and a sleeper in there, right? You don't need all 6 of your spots to be weird. You want to know why Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy are popular this week? Because they're probably going to do well. That's why. And you might need them in your lineups. So you don't need to go play Jon Rahm and then go play Patrick Cantlay and then go play Dustin Johnson and just play every single guy at 5%. You don't need to do that, okay? At some point, those guys are 5% owned because there's not a great chance that Patrick Cantlay is going to play that well this week. He could, and if he does, he would be a great guy to have as a one-off piece in a lineup to get different from everybody else. Maybe him and one other pivot would be a really nice way to get different. But when every single person in your lineup is 5% owned, well, the chances of one of those guys doing well is probably pretty good. You're probably going to hit on one of those, sneaky pivots. But the chances of all 6 of those guys at 5% owned, remember they're 5% owned because they're either not a good course fit or they're playing like shit or they suck. It's one of those three, sometimes all three of them. So the chances of you hitting all 6 of those guys becomes super rare, and you're playing so contrarian that you literally are entering lineups that are dead. If you are entering 6 guys in a lineup and none of them are playing well, you're literally just paying. You're just paying the rake for everybody else. That's what you're doing. Okay. When you want to be contrarian, you should say to yourself, I want to be contrarian in 2, at most 3 spots in your lineup. You do not need to build a lineup of all 5% owned guys because there's a reason they're 5% owned. Okay? So the key is learning the art of the pivot and learning that it's about doing it once or twice in a sleeper and not doing it at all 6 positions. You don't need to be contrarian up top and play John Rahm and then be contrarian and play Cantlay and then be contrarian and play Cam Smith and then be contrarian and play Dustin Johnson and then be contrarian and play Keegan Bradley. You don't need every single person to be contrarian. Remember that when you're building your lineups. If you want to have 8, 10 contrarian guys in your player pool, that's fine. But don't put them all in the same lineup. All right, that's it. And if you don't know, we're tracking pivots. I've been tracking them all year. And the art of the pivot is basically 50-50. So the key is pivots get there about as frequently as the good players do, the chalky players do, right? But the key is like, you got to remember that the good players are still getting there 50% of the time. So you still need to be including some of the chalky guys in your player pool and in your lineups, because I promise you, somebody who is over 20% is probably going to finish top 3 this week and will certainly be a part of a winning lineup, okay? Let's get over to the model. If you haven't heard, the model is life. That's all we do around here is the model. We don't listen to anything else other than the model. If you do, you're doing it wrong. We're not the 400 likes yet. That's kind of pissing me off. We clearly don't have model bros in here. All right, some things I looked at in the model this week. Driving distance, proximity over 200 yards. Over half of their shots are going to be over 200 yards. That's insane. Putting on bent grass. General off the tee on long courses. Approach from long rough. I want to know who hits it well out of long rough, because if you miss, this rough's going to be long, and they're going to have a lot of shots, 180 yards out of the rough. Can you hack it out of there and get it on the green, Bob? We also looked at approach on long courses. Who's just been playing well on long courses recently, just the last 12 holes? Looked at around the green, but you got to remember this is very thick around the greens here, right? And I think that really diminishes around the green play this week. My theory has always been this. When you have thick rough around the green, everybody's guessing, right? They're all guessing. It takes a lot of the art out of it. Whereas a course like Sawgrass, a course like Augusta, where you have tight lies everywhere, great chippers like Scheffler, Thomas, guys like that, they get rewarded way more because it is way tougher to chip off of those tight lies because it is much more of an art, whereas when you hit out of this thick stuff, you're just guessing. So guys like Morikawa, Hovland, guys who are just abominable when it comes to short games, I think that they're literally almost 50-50 to outperform the better chippers this week, because out of this thick rough around the greens, you are going to be guessing. So that really diminishes the importance of around the greens this week, but I do want to see who does well out of long. And then lastly, we just looked at who does well at PGA Championships and US Opens. Notice, I didn't look at all the majors because I don't think that Augusta or most of the Open Championship courses are very good comparisons. So we're just looking at the US Open and PGA Championship, which tend to play long, tough, firm, fast, and with thick rough, right? And here you go, getting to the model. Xander Schauffele, number 1 in the model. Kind of shocking that old Scotty Scheff's not number 1 in the model. Couple thoughts here. As I've already told you, up here, up high, John Rahm is the key pivot play, right? I think that if you're going to play the pivot game, I think John Rahm is a great place to start if you're trying to win the Millionaire Maker. Maybe pairing him with one of those guys up there is a great way to get different. He will definitely be the lowest owned up there. From there, Iceberg will get a little bit of ownership. I saw today that his knee is probably fine. He is going to be wearing a brace, but not too concerned about it. Morikawa, I just don't like him. I think he's a little whiny bitch, and I just can't. I think he's a little too short for this course, but he's won the PGA Championship before, but whatever. I think Patrick Cantlay's broke, but him, Cam Smith, these guys just offer incredible opportunity plays. These are guys that in a vacuum could win this tournament. They are good enough to do it, and I think they're both going to be under 5% owned, which is insane. Homa, Bryson, Clark, Neiman, all these guys are probably going to be around 10 to 15%. I think that they're Homa is long hard courses is always a guy I'm interested in. I do worry that he's not a TrackMan golfer. He's more of a creative golfer. I'd rather have like a Bryson or a Neiman at a TrackMan type golf. And when I say TrackMan, that's basically just hit the ball at this point, hit the ball at this point. There's no art to it like there is at Augusta. Not a lot of I got to play it like this because the greens do this or the complex does this. From there, Victor Hovland, if chipping's not going to matter, he did finally pick up on ball striking last week. He did have a good Sunday. I can see why he would be a good play here. Long, hard courses, he did great at the PGA Championship last year. I'm just not convinced he's back. And this year, I promised myself when I think guys are broken, I'm going to be very slow to go back to him. Great example of this is Sung J M. I've been not playing Sung J M all year because I think he's broken. But now I'm kind of starting to think, I think he might be unbroken. Just like I didn't play Jason Day forever. I thought he was broken. Now I'm starting to see that he's not. not. But guys like, there's some guys that I still think are just broken and I refuse to play, right? I still have not went back to Justin Thomas. I have not convinced myself he is unbroken. Jordan Spieth, I still think is broken. There's just some guys that I'm not going to play when I think they're broken. Fleetwood is a guy that will get a little bit of ownership. I think mainly just because of the good finish at the Masters, but whatever. A 13% on Fleetwood, I'll pass. Decky, got to worry about the WDs, but I think he'll probably be okay. Not too worried about him. Once again, he looks great in the model. He's at a very fair price, but I'm just telling you, this low 8K range is going to get forgotten about. I already told you, Jason Day's actually playing good golf. I think he'll be half the ownership of Benny Ann, and I think he's a better golfer. There you go. Fact of the day. Minwoo Lee is a guy that's picking up some steam, and I get it. He mashes it off the tee, but he's also not very great with long irons, so I'd watch out with that because a lot of his second shots, he's going to be scrambling because he ain't that good with long irons, Bob. We've already talked about the Russell Henley chalk. There's just so many, Adam Scott, Sepp Straka, Jaeger, Burmeister, Bradley. I mean, there's just so many guys down here. Noren that you could play. They're going to be probably half his ownership. Akshay Bhatia has actually won at this course back in his junior days. Know that. If you want some sleepers, I think, there's different kinds of sleepers. Moronk is a dude that really let me down at the Masters, but I think that this is a good course fit for him. I think he has the game to play well, but it's not just about bombers. I think guys who can grind their dick like a Christian Bezaden who can also get it done here. Watch out for chalk like Mitchell, McCarthy. Instead of playing McCarthy, like if Jake Knapp's 3% owned and McCarthy's 12, would you give me 4-1? Because if you will, slip into my DMs. Lay me 4-1. I'll bet you any amount of money. You give me 4-1 on Jake Knapp versus Denny McCarthy. That's just the game. I think there's a great Lucas Glover's a guy that's been hitting his long irons. Gives up. He's not as long off the tee as you would like, but if he's gonna stick it to 15 feet all day and he gets that cheater putter rolling, he could be good. Just those are some guys to look out for. Whatever you do, look at me. Do not fucking play Michael Block. If you play Michael Block, I will drive to your house and kick you in the nutsack. All right? I don't even know where that's at. You just know I'm gonna be in New York City, so watch out, all you New York City guys. All right? There you go. That is a quick breakdown of the model and a quick. Touching on some of these guys, Will Zalatoris is another guy. Watch out for him. Him and Cam Young are guys who do very well at majors, and their ownership's pretty low. Will Zalatoris, I think, because of the poor Sunday and the withdrawal the week before, people are a little worried about him. I'm not too worried about him. I just, okay, I kind of am. All right, let's get to it. It brings me to the one guy I'm definitely not playing this week. If you don't see this coming, I don't know what you're doing. A 12% owned Denny McCarthy in this lifetime, not a chance, pal. Polly, tell him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Hold on. Let me get. That's a dog. No chance I'm playing that guy. But what you're really here for is the one guy we're playing. And I'm going to warn you right now, I got to take off the old headset. I got to spin the hat around backwards. I got to get on the goggles. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me get on the goggles. I think we're good here. Let me get the headset back on. Oh, we're ready for it. We got it coming up. We've got the one guy I'm playing this week. All right. We're just going to go straight to the video. We're going on a journey this week. It's going to get real weird in here. I'm already fogging up. It's getting weird. We're just going to have to deal with it. Here we go. Let's get it playing. Uh-oh. Mad Max Fury Road. We're going to Valhalla, you motherfathers. We got to get ready for Valhalla. I'm ready. The big guy, yeah. That's right. It's about to get weird as shit up in here. The big guy's ready for Valhalla. I love the PGA Championship. All right, look at my ass. I'm just up there rocking out. Woo! Look at that. I got flames coming out of my guitar. The big guy's ready for battle. But this ain't about me. This is about who is the mystery man we are playing this week. Oh, shit. Of course Scotty Scheffler is the main bad guy. I'm going to rip that thing off your face, Scotty Scheffler, if it's the last thing I do. Oh, shit, Ron. We're going to Valhalla. Spray that shit on your face. Spray that shit on your face. There it is. There it is. We're getting ready for Valhalla. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rory, watch out. Oh, my God. Rory's tough week for Rory. Between the divorce and this, tough week for Rory. Oh, shit. Tiger's here. So look at Tiger. He must be hopped up on those meds. Tony Finau. You know we're not playing Tony Finau. Oh, Decky. Are we playing Decky? No. You know Decky's going to withdraw. You know that's going to happen because he's going to get neck pain. Uh-oh. Watch the bitches in the back. Morikawa and Patrick Rogers. We got to protect the bitches in the back. Uh-oh. Not good for that guy. Not good for that guy. Oh, shit. Ron, watch out. It's Dustin. Oh, no. Get the hell out of here, Dustin. We're not playing you. Oh, shit. Will Zalatoris and Matthew. That's Brontosaurus and Fitzpatrick. You're dead. Get out of here. That's not our mystery. It's not who you think it's going to be. That's Max Homa. Mad Max. Nope. Jonathan Ramathan. That's got to be. It's got to be. Nope. Nope. Not our mystery man. Oh, shit. John Daly? Maybe John Daly? Nope. Cut his head off. We cut his head off. Get out of here, John.
I myself
Shut up, Scotty.
carry you to the gates.
I'm not following you to Valhalla, Scotty. I will not follow you to Valhalla.
You will ride in
I don't care what shit you put on my face. You're going down, Scotty. I got the guy that's going to take down Scotty. Oh, wait, Xander. Xander's the guy that's going to lead it. Nope, that ain't good. He did. He really did. Oh, shit, can't. Oh, neck beard. Speed. It's speed. Nope. Nope. Get the hell out of here. Oh, shit. Who we got? Justin Thomas. Nope. Victor Hovland. Nope. Who the hell is it? Come here, Scotty.
Remember me.
Don't forget it, buddy. You're not the answer. Whenever we're going to Valhalla, we're going to lead. We need somebody who can take us there, who knows the land. And when I've been to 3 PGA championships, I have learned one rule. You do not fade this mother father. This guy, if I've got to go to the chosen land of Valhalla, I'm following this guy. The one guy we're playing. Hold on, now I can't see. Hold on. We're playing Brooks Koepka. Let's go, Brooks. We're playing Brooks at Valhalla. God, that shit really burns. Hold on, is my face even gray? We're going to Valhalla. All right, I gotta take this off. Holy shit, that was way too much. Is my face gray? Hold on, let me look over here on the thing. It's kind of gray. Look, I'm going to Valhalla. All right, hold on. Now it's in my eyes. Now my fucking eyes are burning. All right, guys, let's talk about it. You got to come over to Ship It. It is the 1-year anniversary at Ship It. The best decision I ever made was joining Ship It Nation. It has been a blessing. I have enjoyed every second of being over there. For all of you who have always followed me at DGen75, know that just because you don't see my ass over here on the YouTube all the time like you used to, I am still around. I am still doing the Rosetta Stone. I am still doing the projections. I am still doing the ownership. And I'm not just doing it for golf. I'm going to be doing it for NFL. I'm going to be doing it for college football. A little sickness is not going to stop me from doing the things that I love and giving my members the best product ever. You've got to get over to Ship It. It is the 1-year anniversary. You use this code right here, BDAY15, and you get 15% off. Get the yearly package. It comes out to like $42 a month for all 8 major sports and all of my tools and Tambo and Hoop and the incredible team we have at Ship It. I am telling you, don't spend your money on tout sites. Spend your money on your fucking DraftKings lineups. Do that, and you do that by saving money and getting a great package who offers you great tools, okay? Do it. Oh, and if you want to know, this is just since the Masters. These are the winners we've had over at Ship It. You know, just a millionaire maker, a few $100,000 winners, and I think something like 42 guys who've won 5 figures or more. I'm not promising you're going to win, but I'm promising you we will give you the tools, we will teach you the process, and we will build the community that will help you have a process where you can be sustainable long enough that one day you will hit one. Anybody who promises you wins or guarantees it, you fucking run from them. They're full of shit. You have to learn the process. You have to know how to play the game. You have to have fun with it, and if you do that long enough, you can win it. All right. Let's get to that drawing. I see 586 people in here. Thank all of you for being here. Let's see here. We're going to spin it. This is for all my people who liked and retweeted. You're going to split a 555 ticket with me. Editor, for the fuck counter, I have 100 and we'll say 150 in there for the Lucy multiplier, okay? K. Andrew, there you go. And I'm going to do a backup because I really want somebody to win this. K. Andrew, I'll give you till 10 o'clock to reach out to me. K. Andrew, reach out to me. If not, this is the backup. Editor is drawing for the $150 in the fuck counter because the big guy has a problem saying the F-bomb, and he ain't ever going to stop. CJ Beast 1 DFS. You guys reach out to me. I will split my 555 ticket. We will build the lineup together. All right? Guys, please, I appreciate every single one of you being here. I want to end on a note. First of all, never forget Rule 3080. Expensive tout sites are shady. This is why you've got to come join Ship It. If you're going to have a DFS site and you want to be part of a community, be a part of the best one, joining Ship It, joining forces with Ship It was the best decision I ever made. It was a divine thing that was meant to happen, and I swear by it. You will not regret a day of it. And I promise you, you will be part of something special, all right? But what I really want to talk to you about is rule number 1. And that's easy. Rule number 1 is don't take this shit for granted, okay? This might be, if you listen to all my negative fucking doctors, this PGA Championship, it might be my last one. They keep telling me, you're going to Valhalla. Fuck all of them. I don't listen to that shit. I live in the moment, all right? And this may be my last PGA Championship, but what I want you to remember is it may be yours too. We're not guaranteed anything. Don't take these weeks for granted. Enjoy this. Enjoy the golf. Enjoy the sweat. Enjoy the community. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the tilt. Enjoy the sweat and enjoy the results. Rather you win or lose and just be thankful you got to play and you had all this entertainment and you had all of this fun. That is what it's about. Living in the moment, not taking this for granted, not worrying about tomorrow, living now. That's rule number 1. Don't forget it. If that ain't worth the victory lap, I don't fucking know what is, guys. Thank you all for being here. Let's put those motherfucking hands up.